All right, we're looking at work for Tuesday, all right, March 31st. First thing we're going to have to do today is doing our writing prompt about your favorite job. All right, and then you're going to draw a picture of something that you wrote about, like we usually do in class, okay? It doesn't have to be on a separate white piece of paper. It can be on the back of that paper, whatever is easier for you guys, okay? Just make sure that you are drawing a picture to go along with your writing. So the writing prompt is going to look like this week. So we talked about a future job. It says, from the time we are able to talk, there is one or two jobs that we want to have when we grow up. What do you want to be when you grow up? Why do you want to have this job? You could talk about more than one job if you have a few jobs that you would want. Give examples of the jobs you always wanted and explain why you want those jobs. Make sure to indent each paragraph, and you should have at least 2 paragraphs written. Remember, a paragraph should be at least 4 to 6 sentences before starting another paragraph. All right, so think about some jobs that you would want to have when you grow up. There's always jobs that you guys talk about with me, things that you want to do when you grow up. So talk about those things. If you want to be a firefighter, if you want to be a cop, if you want to be a doctor, be a nurse, whatever you want to be. If you want to be a famous football player, write about whatever you want to do. All right. But there should be 2 paragraphs. So you want to talk about more than one job, talk about more than one job. That is fine. But talk about what you want to do when you grow up. All right. And then again, draw a picture of something that you talked about. All right. So remember, 2 paragraphs. Make sure we're indenting on each paragraph. All right. Remember, if we have to, start with our 2 fingers and start over. Okay. All right. There should be a little gap, space there for our indent. And then when you start your next paragraph, same thing. You would start in with 2 fingers. Okay. So we all should know how to do that. We've been doing it all year. All right. So remember, 2 paragraphs. Each paragraph should have at least 4 to 6 sentences in each before you go into the next paragraph. All right. If you want to write more than 2 paragraphs, that is awesome. But the minimum you have to do is 2 paragraphs. Okay. Next thing that we have to do on Tuesday is our vocabulary workshop workbook, which is our green book. If you guys have that at home, that's awesome. You guys should all have those books. You should have picked those up from the school already because we do it every week. All right. So if you did not, I do have them printed out and sent to you guys, to your parents. All right. So the story that you guys are going to start off reading is called 2 Troublesome Monkeys. All right. It's a fantasy. All right. So this is made up. It's not a true thing that happened. All right. Something that is made up. And that is on page 160. You're going to continue reading on page 161. And then on 162 and 163, remember we have the words that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you're going to just write those words on the line. All right. So for number 1, the word is advantage. It means something that puts someone in a better position. All right. So for an example sentence, we have the advantage. So you write advantage on the line of sitting up front is being able to see the movie better. All right. And then underneath we have synonyms: benefit, gain, edge, and asset. And antonyms are disadvantage and drawback. Remember, synonyms mean the same. All right. Just another word, but means the same. Okay. Spelled differently, but means the same. And then antonyms mean opposite. Okay. It's the opposite of the meaning of the word. All right. So we need to remember that. So you're just going to read through these words in the definitions. All right. And then you're going to use those. Remember, you're going to refer back to those. So this is page 163. All right. Those are our words as well in there. And then you're going to use those words and the definitions to answer the rest of the questions. So for page 164, it says match the meaning. Choose the word whose meaning is suggested by the clue given. Then write the word on the line provided. All right. So number 1, to refuse to obey authority is to be what? All right. That one should be defiant. Okay. If you're refusing to do something, you're refusing to do what you're supposed to be doing, you're being defiant. So if you're not being good at home and your parents say you're being defiant, that means you're refusing to listen. Okay. You're not listening. All right. So you're going to do number 1 through 10. I just did the first one with you. That one should be defiant. All right. Now we're on synonyms and antonyms. Remember, the first part, 1 through 6 at the top, says choose the word that is most nearly the same in meaning as the word or phrase in dark print. Then write your choice on the line provided. So number 1, a terrifying howl. If it's terrifying, you probably don't like it. So you're probably fearsome. So letter A, fearsome. All right, remember, synonyms mean the same. So they have the same meaning, but they're spelled differently. Okay, so they mean the same, but they're spelled differently. And then the bottom we have antonyms. Choose the word that is most nearly opposite in meaning to the word or phrase in dark print. Then write your choice on the line provided. All right, so for instance, number 1, an unbelievable handicap. All right. Handicap means that you can't do something. Okay, you have a hard time doing something, you're handicapped. Okay, the opposite of being handicapped is you have an advantage. You're good at something. Okay, you have an advantage against other people. All right, so number 1 should be a advantage. Remember, we're looking, antonyms mean the opposite. So what would be the opposite of handicap? Okay, so we all know synonyms and antonyms. Next page, we're on page 166. All right, we have our word bank at the top. I'm going to read those words for you. We have advantage, fearsome, negotiate, revoke, ambition, imply, purify, wretched, defiant, and merit. Okay, so you're just going to write those on the lines once you read through them. Okay, after you use one, make sure you cross it off because you're only going to use each one once. Okay, we've done this before. Remember, after you use it, cross it off because you're only writing it once. All right, we are on page 167. It says circle the letter next to the choice that best completes the sentence or answers the question. Pay special attention to the word in the dark print. Okay, so you're looking at all the words with the dark print. Okay, you guys all know how to do this. You're going to circle the answers. Remember, you guys can go back to the definitions. Go back to the definitions. All right, so you guys are able to go back to these pages, 162 and 163, that have the definitions and the words. Okay, remember to refer back to that to help you answer the questions. All right, you guys are more than able to do that. Remember, we do this every week. You guys are always allowed to go back and look at the definitions to help you answer these. Okay. All right, so that should be it for Tuesday, March 31st. We had our writing prompt about your favorite job, and then we have our vocabulary workshop, which is the green book. Remember, if you guys have that green book, you guys can do the work right on those pages and then have your parents take a picture of that and send it to me. All right, if not, it is in the email that I sent your parents. They can just look at that and you can write it on a separate piece of paper, whatever is easier for you guys. But make sure they do take a picture of it and send it to me so I know that you're finished. All right, you guys have a blessed day.